What's good, people? It is Liam Caddison here with another episode of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, with episode number 7 for this season. Yeah, pretty good stuff last time around. Very tense atmosphere and very heartbreaking as well, going into not just Alice in the grove, but also detailing a bit of Alice's backstory with her returning to London and being in a very, very difficult situation with her family, with her father remarrying, and Alice being put in a difficult situation in either forget who Cyrus is and move on with this arranged person for this relationship that you don't want to be in, or get sent to the asylum, which we know that she went to in episode 1. So yeah, it was really heartbreaking, as well as the fact that Alice was forgetting well, everything, not just Cyrus, not just everyone, but herself as well, as she was in the grove. So thankfully she was able to get out of there. So yeah, but it's going to be very interesting to get into this episode. We know that Jafar has confronted Alice's father. There is the idea that Alice's father could go to Wonderland, though I don't expect him to make it out of Wonderland, to be fair. I think he's going to die. I think we're going to have a good gut punch in the stomach, so yeah. But yeah, with that said, let's get into episode number 7 of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. Let's go.
You are his blood. He will not turn you away.
No, but there will be a bitter atmosphere, won't there? Cutting in deep with Jafar's youth.
I don't see the resemblance.
Come with me.
Oh. I'm gonna say, as much of a bastard Jafar is, he's kind of doing Alice a bit of a favour. Because now he's going to believe her.
Relationship. After the way I treated her, I never believed in her. I don't see why she would ever believe in me.
He's going to have a lot of regret now.
That's a shame. I had hoped that there would be a bond between you. In fact, I was counting on it.
Oh no.
Jafar's tower. It's so...
He didn't survive the fall.
Have you considered the possibility?
Why would
that
he do
you're a
that,
lazy
though?
imbecile?
Is that a rhetorical question?
With Jafar's part of Wonderland, I have the opportunity to gain the upper hand. I already have the bottle. I want the genie in my possession before Jafar. What is it?
Please continue, Majesty. You can't live out your twisted dreams without someone changing the rules of magic. And I am the only one who will have that power.
Of course you are, darling.
Just love that confidence. Look at her with that confidence. Love it. Yeah, I was gonna say, how long that's been in your
sword and a handkerchief are my last 2 wishes. I just have to be creative and think.
I wish I could fly. Don't want to use that second wish.
What's that chirping?
I'm no wildlife expert, but my rough guess is a bird.
I don't think so.
To win back Alice's love. So I'm going to have to steal it.
Oh my god, he was going for the hook!
You
can't beat him though. He's
find a cage for him.
Well, there's an empty one.
I am not your father. And you are not my son.
You are but a poor orphan who is
I mean, I think Maury might want to have a say in this, but...
Is that clear?
Yes, I understand the rules, sir.
See that you remember them.
What a prick.
Let's start gathering some wood.
Oh no.
What was that?
Show yourself.
You prick.
Make it up to you.
Oh, he's
Make it up to me.
he's copying the mannerisms.
You
What a
treated me like a
dick.
daughter. You treated me like an obligation. Like a part of your life you had no choice but to tolerate. Like that creaky step in the hall that you never could fix. You just walk by it every day, wondering why it wouldn't stop making a noise, wishing it would just go away.
What a sad and effective line.
Do you intend to make that up to me?
Although not discreet. That will be enough, boy. You are dismissed.
My apologies, Father. My apologies.
Oh, did he just slip? Uh-oh.
Give him another one. If you are to be
Father of the
Sultan
Year.
one day, the people must fear you. You are blood of my blood, and my only heir, Mirza.
Oh, come on.
True power.
Wow, this father's a prick.
I ain't said none of this to help you. As far as I can tell, you've been nothing but a right bastard. But I want Alice to be happy, and I think having you step up and be a decent father would make her happy. Now, if you want to take the first step with your daughter, help her find her genie. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, means more to her than getting to him.
Yeah, oh, damn, that is... But I think it's warranted.
Causing a slow and steady descent down into the water.
You're just completely making this up, aren't you?
It's physics, Neve.
Look up there. You see how high it is? If you're wrong, we're dead.
What's that?
Unless Cyrus does something.
In the sky. Coming towards us.
Oh,
looks like
shit,
some-
that's a dragon!
Alice, no!
Oh, this is gonna... This was part of the plan, wasn't it? Just being petrified and
Father, are you alright?
mending that bridge.
I know what a horrible man is. I faced one here in Wonderland. And you are nothing like him.
Well, you might be a bit wrong there.
We should get that cleaned up.
What's sad is I do feel like
As soon
now
as it gets
that
dark, we'll go and
Alice's
try
father
again.
has validation, he's gonna think
Cyrus,
these
Would you
thoughts.
like to come with
Our children are raised properly. Try your face.
You piece of what a piece of shit!
Put him out with the rest of the refuse.
The Sultan is despicable.
Bless us, O
Really,
Lord,
really
and
despicable.
these thy gifts.
meal I've ever had with my father could not begin without saying grace. He said before eating a piece
Like
of fruit.
he
he'd
in the
think about
prison.
it. But not tonight. On a night he'd be more grateful than ever.
Wow. Didn't do your homework there,
I don't know who
Jafar.
that man is. That is why you threaten him until I make a wish. You need a new trick, Jafar.
I'll get a new trick when this one stops working.
Don't do it!
Save
Oh
your breath
my
and let me
god.
out. I know you're not
What
my
a
father.
bastard!
My unhappiness. And then, when you were finally able to find
This really
joy,
does hurt for her
I
to
doubted
absorb.
you. Doubted your ability to distinguish fantasy from reality. Doubted your love.
Oh man. Oh.
I only want to give you something, the only thing I can. And that's hope.
Alice's father
Cyrus
is...
has escaped. That's enough.
Cyrus!
Don't save me!
Shit! 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 Oh!
Father back home!
No! One more to go.
2 down and 1 to go.
And then Cyrus. Today I know that my father understands.
She
I know
has
Cyrus
that
is out here.
closure.
somewhere, and we're going to find each other. Wish or no wish, I count that as a victory.
I do. That might have...
You've used a pretty big wish there. And you've always said those come with a cost.
And had a very odd dream.
I guess it was a dream. There must have been.
Come up to bed, darling.
I'll be right there.
But does he somehow believe it might not have been a dream? I think he knows that it wasn't a dream, it was more than that.
Look at my face and tell me.
Oh, what he said to him, and yeah. There we are.
Save your father, Mirza, and fight me. No magic, just you and me in our bare hands. You remember what that's like? If you win,
wow!
I'll spare our father's life. What do
You can really see how this aggression's really channeled through him.
Great Jafar, is that I didn't hold you under the water longer.
Gee, come on! Oh! Nah, he's not gonna let... Oh! He's not gonna give him that privilege. Fuck.
Get back in your cage, father. The real fun is about to begin.
Wait, is he gonna beat him up?
I'd hate for you to miss it.
So yeah, obviously the Sultan is a contender for Father of the Year. No need to state if that was sarcasm or not, because common sense is prevailing here, addressing to the fact that he is a complete dickhead. And yeah, I get that Jafar is as well. That's why I'm saying his villainy is not excusable by any means. But you do feel so bad for him because of the fact that the Sultan treated him like shit. More than that, to be fair. And obviously you can kind of address... There are that kind of, yeah, I guess kind of parallels between Alice's father and the Sultan. Not in the sense that he is like the Sultan, because at least Edwin, yeah, that's his name. At least he does have that care for Alice, and he is remorseful and all of that. But the Sultan doesn't have an ounce of care for Jafar. Edwin wouldn't kill Alice. Edwin wouldn't put Alice through physical abuse. But the disbelief and the blame and all of that is enough for Alice to feel so hurt from her father, obviously. So obviously there is going to be those parallels that both Alice and Jafar, they had a bit of a difficult, they both had difficult father figures, but I think we can definitely say for certain who was the worst father. So yeah, and honestly the scenes that Jafar went through as a kid really shocked me. Even at the Sultan commend the half brother for putting him through that abuse and was encouraging him to do it even further. And then he took things a step further by killing him before Jafar was seemingly revived. So I kind of don't blame Jafar for storming back once he was so powerful and dealing with not just his father but his stepbrother as well. Half-brother, should I say. Not stepbrother, but still. But, yeah. Doesn't make what Jafar is doing in present day, especially against Alice, especially with his villainy. It doesn't make any of that right, of course, but obviously you can have sympathy for Jafar because he went through abuse. He was killed by his own father. He had that hope that... with, of course, his mother dying, that his father would embrace him. And from the get-go, yeah, Jafar might have stolen, but his existence was punishing, basically. He, like, the Sultan didn't want Jafar to address him as father. Despite, you know, proving everything and all of that, it was an offense to the Sultan, and, yeah. So you just feel so bad for Jafar for going through the torture that he went through, and yeah. So, yeah, the Sultan definitely lost a plethora amount of points in this episode. So, yeah, and then he tried to kill himself by to try and rob Jafar the pleasure of dealing with him. So, but yeah, Jafar wants to keep him around, and yeah, so bloody hell. But yeah, I really liked this episode. It was really great to have some affirmation for Edwin regarding Alice's adventures in Wonderland. I don't think he's going to pass off the trip that he had as a dream. I think that it's going to be troubling him. He is going to be encouraged, oh, it was all a dream, as many times as it's going to be like, but it's going to be more than that in his mindset. Especially regarding, especially the emotional exchange that was made before he was nearly sent to his death. Thankfully, that wish came in handy for Alice. But I do have a theory about that, but I will get onto that in a moment. There was that emotional exchange, and I think that's going to hit hard. And I think, that vibe where a dream feels too real, I feel like that's going to be quite literal for Edwin. And yeah. So, and that look when his new wife tried to reassure him that it was all a dream. That look wasn't a look of, oh, it was all a dream. I think it's more so troubled, that it's more so like, yeah, it didn't feel like a dream. No. So I feel like he's going to hone that and believe Alice, especially when she does return from Wonderland by the end of this season. I think he's going to keep that belief in Alice, and is going to be... is going to try and prove to Alice that he wants to be loving as a father, because I think even if he does carry that belief that it was a dream, he's going to believe that he's been so terrible to Alice and he is not worthy of Alice's love, and he's going to try and make it up to Alice. So... yeah, but it was and like I said, that's the differences. Despite the fact that both Alice and Jafar, there is that parallel that their upbringing was a bit difficult. That's the difference. Alice's father at least has the has the cojones to admit when he is wrong, and admit his love as well, and admit that just admit that he was in the wrong. Whereas the Sultan, well, you even heard him in present day saying the only thing he regrets is not holding Jafar under the water long enough. So, that's obviously still screaming that the Sultan is a real piece of shit. Because Jafar obviously sought for his love and he just got denied. Whereas Alice, of course, wanted her father to believe her. And obviously... she was denied, but love is not an unrealistic concept, obviously. Whereas if you go to Wonderland, if I told everyone I went to Gallifrey, not everyone's going to believe me. So there is a bit of an understanding with Alice's father not believing her, because in the real world you're not going to exactly believe these stories like in this world today. But it still doesn't deny the fact that Alice had a really tough upbringing. Whereas with the concept of love, obviously that's a real concept in this world. And yet the Sultan just didn't have a heart to open up to to Jafar. He was abusive, he was manipulative, and he just denied, when the proof was there, he just denied Jafar anyway. So yeah, but so there are differences. Despite both Alice and Jafar, yes, they had difficulties upbringing. Jafar obviously had it worse. And at least Alice's father does hold that heart to Alice, and yeah, like he even said, like I don't want your forgiveness because I don't deserve it, and Alice can have that affirmation, like she doesn't regret that wish whatsoever, and nor should she, because now she even said she has that affirmation, there is that closure, she can finally put to bed that cloud that's been hovering over her shoulder in regards to her father not believing her, because now he does have that semblance of belief. Obviously there is that there is that thing that it could be passed off as a dream, but like I said, I think Edward's going to feel like, yeah, that was more than just a dream. I don't think it was a dream, so yeah. But I do feel like Alice is definitely going to use her third wish, but that's not going to give Jafar the opportunity to get what he wants. I think the genie is going to go to Will. Especially going back to earlier this season where Will was talking about, oh, I want one of your wishes. I feel like he's going to get the full thing. Jafar is not going to get that opportunity to get what he wants. Alice will use the third and final wish. What if she wishes that Will has the genie next? I don't know, because Alice made a very, very smart move in not just saving her father, but also having that, also being able to send him home and have that, love there for her father. So I just feel like she's going to play it smart with the final wish, and have Will get the full beans, basically get all the 3 wishes, get Cyrus, and that way Cyrus is still in safe hands, but Alice uses all the wishes. So that's obviously been the plan for Jafar all this time, but he's not going to, like, for the wishes to be used, but he's not going to get what he wants. It's going to be Will. That's what I'm thinking. So but yeah, it was really, really it was a really, really great episode. Like I said, the emotional exchange between the real father and Alice was really, really great. You could really feel that convincing statement from her father, in my opinion. But yeah, you just feel so bad for Jafar. But I mean, he does lose some points for who he is today and how much carnage he's been causing in the present day events of what we're seeing right now. So yeah, but yeah, I really, really loved. I honestly thought Will was going to be the one to deduce Jafar was pretending to be Alice's father, to be fair. But I really liked how Alice's Jafar didn't really take everything in accountability in terms of Alice's father and forgot something that is tradition to him, and that was the grace thing that they do before dinner, which we saw in the prison cell, which of course is nice kind of foreshadowing to how Jafar would slip up. So yeah, but yeah, I really, really loved this episode, and really loved the emotional situation that Alice found herself in with, well, whether it was the real father or if it was Jafar, it was still a very, very emotional time for Alice, because she is now faced with someone who has had a very, very difficult time believing her in regards to Wonderland. And there were some statements that Jafar said that I instinctively knew that Alice's father would also say. But it was really, really great to see that emotional situation play out, as well as the fact that we had a very, very heartbreaking flashback with Jafar trying to seek approval from the Sultan, but yeah, he's a real prick, so yeah. But really, really stellar episode of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!